Winky Pinky. He's just a dumb dog.
Oh, you happy? You still got schmutz on your face from when you just ate. Goofy. You're goofy.
Hey!
Hey!
If you like this content, please subscribe,
You can leave a comment.
like it.
We're also on Anchor.
We're on Anchor. Both of our podcasts are on Anchor. So if you're on the go and you want to listen instead of having to watch YouTube, you can find us there.
It also works on Spotify as well.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks.
It's coffee break! Yay! I have coffee, you don't, loser.
I don't. I only had one cup. I didn't want any more than one.
In that audio clip, you can faintly hear Critter talking to the dog.
Yes. I call it. He's so cute. He's the cutest. You gotta stop recording me when I'm not. When I don't realize you're recording me.
I know they appreciate when I do that. Okay, this not much happened this week.
Nah. After our big old whopping episode last time, not much to say this time around. Except the Oscars are today.
Yeah. Well, okay, if we want to jump forward like that. The Oscars are going to be tonight. The Oscars are tonight. No one cares but Sean Penn. Sean Penn is an actor. He's a good actor, but he is threatening to melt his Oscar if they do not let Ukrainian President Zelensky speak.
During the Oscars?
During the Oscars.
What would he say?
I don't know. And I don't know why
Like,
a Ukrainian president who's under siege right now needs to be at the Oscars.
I don't know why he would give a shit about the Oscar. Listen. If it's one thing to like support Ukraine and try to give them as much help and support as can, but this is not how you do it.
Sean Penn's crazy.
Yeah.
This is not the first time he's done some crazy shit.
It's like, go ahead, melt your Oscar, my dude. No one, including Zelensky, will care if you melt your Oscar. Zelensky's not gonna give a flying fuck about America's like self-indulging, egotistical.
Yeah, celebrities patting celebrities' backs.
Yeah.
I expect Dune to win big. It will not take Best Picture. That's obviously going to go to The Power of the Dog.
Yeah, probably. Which I hope it wins.
And if I see West Side Story winning anything, I'm never watching the Oscars again. I'm not watching them anyways.
I know, God, no, it sounds awful. I hate the fact horror movies never get included in the Oscars anywhere. There's never a horror movie there.
Sometimes superhero films get nominated.
And they finally, they included, superhero films, it's always special effects. Ooh, best special effects.
Wait. The Joker got best screenplay, right?
Did it?
Well, it was nominated for it. I don't know if it won. I can't remember.
They always put all the animated movies in one category. It doesn't matter if the animated movies are like for kids or for adults or are even the same genre or animation style.
Well, speaking about animated films for adults, Bob's Burgers the movie? Oh my, come on. Are you not excited?
I never watched Bob's Burgers.
Because I am not excited. I hate that show. It's stupid fucking humor.
I've seen one episode and it was fine. Not funny. It was fine. It didn't annoy me.
There's only 2 adult animated shows right now that I think are worthy of sticking around. And Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Which is just bonkers, and I enjoy that.
Honestly, I feel like Rick and Morty is starting to
wear off.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe 3, because I forgot about Solar Opposites.
Solar Opposites, so good.
I love the side plots.
I love Solar Opposites.
The little people in their rat cage and just committing murders and genocide. It's so good.
It's really good.
And the pupa is the only one who witnesses it.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't even know if this will even go anywhere.
But the storylines just get more and more intense.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other one is the one that we found recently. It's a Adult Swim show, Smiley Friends?
Oh, Smiling Friends. Yeah. When we first watched it, I was a little apprehensive. But as time goes on, I keep thinking about it. And it gets funnier as I keep thinking about it.
I just love what they did to that demon. It was such a sign of the times.
I saw a clip of it, and it just made me laugh again.
The first episode, they're trying to cheer up. Their whole job is to cheer up people, and
they're not even to cheer them up, just to get a smile.
Yeah, a smile. They're talking to a guy who's just done with his life. He's just got a gun to his head the whole time.
It's really grim. You know, if you look at it, you know what you're walking into. Apparently, it originated on Newgrounds, which is cool that it's getting like a real show.
Televised?
Yeah.
I can't believe they showed that on TV.
I'm excited for season 2.
If you guys haven't seen it, you can find it on HBO Max.
Each episode is like 10 minutes long.
Oh, it's
at
really
most.
fast.
You can just blast through the whole. I think we watched it in an hour.
An hour and a half, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just one night, but it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning, you're not gonna laugh, and then at the end, like she said, you're gonna mull it over and just be like, that was stupid.
Yeah, it was good.
Like when he busts through the. Okay, I can't. There was a deleted scene from the Batman that showed up.
Yeah.
I'm sure many people watched it.
I really like the fact that they just posted it so everyone can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than hide that shit behind some paywall. Like, buy the special Mega Edition Blu-ray, and then you can see it. Like, no, just show it to us.
When do pre-orders start?
I don't know. Isn't it still in theaters?
What? So that deleted scene was awesome. I could see why they didn't put it in the movie, but I would like a director's cut where it would be in the movie.
Yeah, I don't think I would have ruined the movie, but I think it was fine without it being there. It could go either way.
And I love that those two characters already have that rapport with each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That he's trusting him enough to show him evidence.
Trust or... Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
In a weird way, sometimes they are friends.
Sometimes.
Like the killing joke at the end. He tells him a bad joke, and Batman's about to kill him, but they just stop and laugh.
That's not what happens at the end of the killing joke. Batman kills him at the end of the killing joke.
No.
Yeah, he laughs, and then as he's laughing, he kills Joker. You don't...
I don't remember him killing him.
Yeah, you see like the shadow of him.
I remember them laughing.
And he's got his hands on Joker's shoulders, and then the shadow, you can see that his hands are around his neck, and then it's implied that he killed him.
Well, they laughed together before he killed him, okay? And I thought it was endearing.
You're like vigilante who wants we're going out like the Sundance Kid. They died. No, they didn't. There was a freeze frame, and there was just the sound of bullets. They could have walked away from it.
I just want my own version, okay? And it's just for them to be like a buddy cop duo.
No. God, no.
Bad cop, bad cop.
Oh my, shut the fuck up. Leave. Fuck off.
Sorry guys, I'm just filled with them today.
Oh god.
Okay, there was a pirate show on HBO Max, if you don't know. I
Yeah!
like HBO Max. We talked about it last week and maybe a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Our Flag Means Death.
So good. I loved it.
It is now over.
It's Taika Waititi's latest
Give it 5 more seasons.
adventure. Yes, I
Greenlight them now.
I want it. It was so damn... I expected it to be good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. And that smart. That emotional. Fuck.
I loved that it's about gay pirates.
Yeah, I love my gay pirates. I did not go to that show expecting it to be about gay pirates.
Me either.
And I'm glad it wasn't like... It didn't lean into like stereotypes. I think that's the important thing. Is that it is not presented like these are gay pirates. It's like, nah, like these are
No,
just
as you
pirates.
keep going, you start to figure it out.
Yeah.
And not all of them are gay. I mean, they don't shove it in your face.
Yeah.
But it's really endearing and cute, and Blackbeard is probably the best character.
Yes. A really fun interpretation of Blackbeard. Just smart. So smart. Smart stuff. Loved it. Fantastic. Really funny.
And Blackbeard is played by Taika Waititi.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a great job, so I give it an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, well, I give it an 8 out of 10 because it just kind of stopped.
The ending, yeah. That's why it's only a 9 out of 10.
Like, it gives you hope for the second season, but I was like, come on, guys.
And I know it's gonna get a second season, of course.
They're already talking about it.
Like, it's Taika Waititi, of course they are. But, like, I don't know. What a bunch of cliffhangers, though, right?
This next bullet point is very serious and dear to my heart. Can you read it?
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
This argument has been raging on long before me.
Has it?
Yes. Do you like pineapple on your pizza, and why?
I think it's fine.
It's disgusting.
Like, it doesn't ruin... Like,
It ruins everything.
Here's the thing. If I see pineapple on the pizza, usually I just eat the pineapple off first and then eat the pizza.
But then the pineapple, because it's baked, the juices leak onto your cheese, and now you got pineapple juice cheese.
That's fine.
That's disgusting. And then you have stupid little indents where the pineapple was.
Yeah, it just adds a nice little tang. It's not awful. I wouldn't... Like, it's not my first choice for pizza. But if, like, that was the only option, I wouldn't complain.
I don't like pineapple pizza. That's just gross. Or Hawaiian, depending where you're at. So, say anything in the comments. I'm down to hear what you have, but I'm against it. Taylor Hawkins, the drummer for the Foo Fighters, sadly passed away.
Yeah.
This last Friday.
Sudden, too. That's so sad.
He just came out with a movie, too.
Yeah,
Studio 666. Jinx. And
you owe me a Coke.
No, you owe me Coke.
No, that's in bad taste.
It seems to be a drug overdose. There you go.
Damn, it's a bummer. I mean, he was getting up there in years. Can't party hardy like he used to.
I was reading that he met Dave Grohl in 1997.
Damn. That was a long time ago.
And they just hit it off. And, you know... Taylor was probably a really good drummer if Dave Grohl liked him and used him as his drummer.
Yep.
Because if you don't notice, Dave Grohl was the drummer for Nirvana before Kurt Cobain passed away. And he's a legend on the drums. He's gone off to play with other people, and he's just a really talented musician. And what him and Taylor have gone on to do are those big mega hits that we know the Foo Fighters for.
Yeah.
There Goes My Hero.
Yep.
I think it's My Hero or Hero.
Is that?
Everlong.
I'm bad.
Pretender.
I'm bad with song names.
Hey, the Foo Fighters are a good band.
I do know I love the Foo Fighters.
They're just rock. They don't go too crazy sometimes. Their earlier stuff is a little bit out of there, but
yeah, I think that's true with everyone's earlier stuff.
Yeah, the Foo Fighters had to stop their whole tour. They had to just shut that thing down, and right now they're grieving.
That sucks.
It does, you know. But I guess if it is a drug overdose, I can't really trust that report because they were in Colombia.
Every
my God.
Time.
You can't do it when I'm not doing this? Fucking updates. This is how much you've been using your phone. I don't need you, Dad. I just don't trust the Colombian government.
Well, that's fair.
They have a really long history of not being trustworthy.
Yeah, I'd rather wait for something more official rather than because also didn't you have to scour through 3 different articles to try to find something?
Yeah, some people were saying it's not determined, and then I found one that actually did say this, and they said that he had THC. Oh my God.
Well, that's so surprising.
Well, hold on, opioids, benzodiazine, whatever, and he had something else, but yeah, it was a mixture, a concoction of drugs inside him. So I don't know. It could be an overdose.
I'll take that with a grain of salt. I'd rather wait.
Honestly, bring him back to the States and then let's do it ourselves. But I am sad for them, and I'll probably just listen to the Foo Fighters for a week. Get me away from Ghost. I'm just kidding. I'm still gonna listen to Ghost. It hasn't stopped. The horror film by A24, X.
Woo.
We talked about it. I actually do want to go see it now.
Yeah?
It's apparently really good, and it's doing way better than what it should be doing for a low-budget horror slasher film.
Really?
It's doing so good. They're actually already filming the prequel called Pearl.
Yeah.
And they have a sequel already planned out.
Damn. What? Damn.
Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden you just pop up and here's the trilogy.
It's this could be a whole new chapter in our world of slasher movies, because we haven't had something new since the days of Jason and Freddy Krueger and Scream Man.
The scary face.
Did you see the confidence?
Yeah. God, I was reading about Saw 10.
Oh yeah, Saw. Yep.
Saw 10. The writer was talking about it. I have not found the article since I read this. Of course, all these cool articles that I read, they disappear.
Yep.
But the writer, he's been writing since like 3, all the way up. He did not write, what was that one?
Which one?
Spiral.
Ah.
He didn't write Spiral, but he's writing 10, and 10 takes the perspective of John Kramer as he's going through his saw traps.
Like
it's like his perspective.
Okay, that could be interesting.
Well, it means you have to bring back a lot of other people.
I don't know.
And they're really old.
I don't know how much we can do more Saw movies with John Kramer.
Yeah, does Tobin Bell even look the same?
No. He does. While we're on A24, this is actually something you mentioned this morning to me, is that Hazbin Hotel is in production, or at least they're working on it. They're making a Hazbin Hotel show based off of the pilot. I have a review for the pilot on my channel if you're interested in checking that out.
Way to plug your shit in.
Yes. Shameless plugging. No, I'm interested. It's just, I've seen some people being like, the art style's so different. They changed the character so much. And then I look and it's like, they changed, like they put the main character's hair in a ponytail and that's it. One of the characters has like a jacket and now like the trim of it is a slightly different shade of red. It's like, alright guys, they look exactly the same. They're not gonna change too much.
You know, so that's a problem that I'm running into is articles. Little puff pieces about something that is just a blip.
Yeah, this is like also, like this thing isn't even, we don't even have a release date yet.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I was on Twitter this morning, and here's a great example. And I'm throwing IGN under the bus, even though I've given them praise before.
IGN
They're
goes
hit
back
and miss
and
with me. They're very, they're all about that money.
Yes. Yes.
So, they tweeted 2 hours ago this morning, so it was like 6 in the morning, right? An article, which they had done months ago, that Game of Thrones prequel series is canceled after spending $30 million. If you remember, or you've been listening, I've talked about this a long time ago, and they're just now reposting that today and making people think that they're canceling House of Dragons.
IGN.
And that's not what it was. It was about a totally different show. They wasted a ton of money and they could not figure out how to make it work, so they just threw it all away.
That sounds like, like Rings of Power.
I'm gonna get to Amazon really quick here.
Oof.
But yeah, so people are writing these dumb puff pieces, making you think like, oh, this is something cool, and just, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of seeing, like, look at this actor as this superhero in their costume. It's just some shitty hand-drawn piece of shit.
Yeah,
it's like, no, I want to see, like, the guy actually in the costume.
It's because there's just so much nothing happening that people are just desperate, especially news sites like IGN, where their, like, revenue is through ads based on you clicking on their website, and so they're just desperate to be like, look at this thing, please, just come to, whatever we're saying really isn't even important, just come to the website so we get the ad revenue.
Yeah, and just be wary of that, because I'm getting tired of it. I don't know why this is in the news, but there's absolutely nothing to really talk about. But Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox are planning their wedding.
Yay.
Yay.
Good for that. Yay.
Yay.
Woo.
I don't know what comes of this. I don't know why I wrote this in.
I don't know.
Just a little update, I guess.
There's, like I said, there's nothing happening. The fact that we had an hour and a half long episode last week was impressive. I don't think we're going to get nearly that close this week.
No, unless we just talk about nonsense.
I mean, we can talk about Ruby's getting its new thing happening. Yeah,
let's plug Judgmental's Critter YouTube once again.
Well, because Ruby's getting, like, an actual, like, anime reboot, spin-off, AU thing. It's being animated by Shaft.
How many people use AU?
A lot of people. It's really common.
Every time you say it, I cringe a little. I'm like, oh, God.
Because you're old.
I'm old?
Yeah. You don't know what AU means. You had to ask me what it meant the other day.
Yeah, I was like, you having a seizure or something? Alternate universe. We call it a multiverse,
no,
okay?
Only Marvel calls it a multiverse.
Well, that is the main go-to now.
Yeah, I guess so. No, it looks neat. Animation's pretty. It's a good studio who's working on it. I don't know.
I wish I could sit like a normal human. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, they look good. The girls look fine. Yang looks still annoying.
It's just like it's just the same thing we've already seen.
Yeah.
Like it's all just shots that are just from the first season.
But they're showing them in their costumes. But then you showed me, and it's in your video. Mm-hmm. There's the picture of them in their different outfits. Where, like Ruby has a snowboard.
So that's where the AU thing.
Oh. The name of it.
Oh yeah.
So bad.
Ice Queendom? Why don't you like it?
Ice Queefdom?
Wow, you're so original.
I think it's dumb. Queendom?
Yeah.
Ice Queendom?
Because Weiss's nickname is the Ice Queen.
Let it go. Let it go.
I didn't come up with it.
Stupid name.
No, I don't know. There are a lot of theories out there. Like, it's going to be like a dark universe version where the girls don't become friends and they become the worst versions of themselves or whatever like that. And, like, if that's the case, cool. White Fang Blake and Bandit Leader Yang is, like, my favorite concept for an AU version of Ruby. But, I don't know. Guess we'll figure it out. They've given us very little so far.
So Netflix has a new cooking show? Baking show.
Yeah.
Is it a cake? What are your thoughts?
I think it's dumb. This was a thing like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they made a show about it.
How did they get Mikey Day to host that?
I don't know.
He looks so uninterested.
He does. Like, he's doing fine as far as hosts go, but, like, you can tell he's just like, this isn't what I wanted to be doing. I'm on SNL. I should be doing more than this. Than hosting an NFL show.
Yeah.
Netflix show. About, I made a thing.
Still thinking about Tom Brady?
My sleep paralysis demon. It's just him deflating balls.
Tom, stop it!
You can't take away my rings! I'm gonna go to the Super Bowl again, I swear! I guarantee that's the only reason he unretired again. Is because he wants to end off on another big Super Bowl thing.
His dream is to be Sauron.
Like, he just got this stupid little, like, mini docuseries being like, look at the history of Tom Brady. And it's like, yeah, I work hard, going to the Super Bowl. And as those commercials are playing, it was during the game where he's, like, sucking dick. And, like, it's like, and they're not going to the Super Bowl this year.
No, the Rams stuffed him. I think what the bakers are doing and the cake decorating, it's all unique. Yeah. I've seen it all before by watching the older episodes. Well, at that time, the newer episodes. I used to be really into Cake Boss because I enjoyed Buddy and his team and what they were building.
Yeah, cake decorating is fun.
Because at that time, that wasn't really talked about or heard about. Mm-hmm. You know, building three-dimensional. Well, I guess cakes are three-dimensional, but they're three-dimensional structures of cake.
Yeah.
And sometimes they put in robotics or pyrotechnics. Yeah,
they're more of an art piece than an actual food item.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to eat them.
Yeah, a lot of them is like, you don't eat that. It's like 90% fondant, which we've, like, it's common knowledge by now that fondant is not good.
See, was that a joke when Mikey said that? What is fondant?
I don't know.
And also, they call it fondant.
I've heard it both ways.
It's fondant.
I've tomato, basically.
No, it's a French word, and the actual pronunciation is fondant.
But I'm not French. I'll call it rendezvous, not rendezvous.
God. Is that how people would mispronounce it?
It's a coup de grace.
I used to say that as a kid.
I remember.
And then I found it was gras.
I was reading. It was one of the, like, Legend of Zelda mangas. The Ocarina of Time one. Link says that as he's running in to, like, try to save Zelda, and I was just staring at it. And I'm like, fuck. What is this saying? What are you saying, Link?
If you like cooking competitions, I don't really get the competition part of it, but you should check it out. Yeah. There are funny people on it.
Yeah, sure.
Not the bakers.
Oh god, they're trying. Some of them are trying way too hard.
No, you can't get, some artist who just focuses on making, pastries and stuff, and decorating them to look like real life things, which is a real talent, up against a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, and then all of the people who come on are also stand-up comedians.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
It's no, the one thing I feel bad for the other bakers because there's like 12 of them, but only 3 or whatever get to bake per episode,
and the other ones have to sit there for how long? 14?
8 hours.
8 hours.
It's a whole day of you just sitting there watching other people doing the thing you were called in to do. Like, hey, you want to be on the show to make cakes look like stuff? Sure. All right, now sit there for 8 hours and watch other people do that.
See, at least Tournament of Champions, which is on Food Network.
So good. A lot of fun.
Well, yeah, you got powerhouses going against each other.
Also, just really fun energy with Guy Fieri and
as the host.
Simon Majandar and what's his other the other one? I know his nickname's Wildcard. I don't remember his name though.
I can see him too.
Yeah, the one
super nerdy.
He's the one with the glasses. Really excitable, very smart when it comes to cooking.
Yeah, very intelligent.
Just
well, him
in
and
general.
Simon are like. Sometimes these chefs will say names and they're like, "Oh, are you gonna add like a lemon zest to that?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Well, I don't even know what it is to begin with."
It's when the other one just like started bringing up like science words, like chemistry stuff, and I'm like, "You're losing me."
Yeah, when you get into gastronomy, it gets crazy.
What were you saying about Tournament
Oh,
Champions?
so they have 3 groups of 2 going up to compete against each other.
Mm-hmm.
While 2 are competing, the others get to go sit in a break room and just watch.
Or they just go into their trailers and whatever.
Yeah, and there's just places you don't have to always be on stage.
Yeah. That's another thing with Is It Cake? That's a lot of wasted space on that stage. Like it looks like it looks like a haunted attraction, just empty with nothing going on for most of it.
Most studios are like that.
I guess, yeah.
Dark little haunted spaces.
Usually they jazz it up more. Like put some decoration.
God damn it. Moon Knight drops this Wednesday.
Woo!
I'm glad we're finally getting Moon Knight. I never thought it would happen.
Been forever. Golly.
No, honestly, when I first found out about him, my dad gave me his old comics. And I was reading one, and I was like, this guy's pretty cool. And then, as I grew up, I started reading more about him and what he actually is. And he's a really anti-hero kind of character.
I think it's really interesting. This might be Disney/Marvel's really, first foray into such a dark, mature story for one of their superheroes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Black Cauldron, baby.
Oh yeah, there is that. that dark stain in my nightmares.
Song of the South.
Oof, no, that's different. No.
You might try to run away from that, but we remember.
Yeah, we'll never forget Disney.
Zippity doo dah.
No.
Okay, here's something I've also come across that's a little pet peeve that I want to talk about. So Wednesday we get the first episode of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
And then we have to come back every goddamn Wednesday until it's over, or you have to wait all those Wednesdays till it's over to binge the whole thing.
Yep.
While on Netflix they just dropped the whole series.
Yes.
There's another show, we had talked about it, that Dirty Black Bag. It's a good Western if you love Westerns.
It's very intense.
It's very violent.
It's not for everyone. I can tell you that right now.
But they're just doing one episode per Thursday, and it's like, just give me the whole thing. When last week's episode ended, I was like, really? I have to wait a whole week for the next one?
You know what? And it's even, the thing, with HBO, with, Our Flag Means Death. For they've released 3 episodes the first
2
week.
weeks.
And then the second week was another 3 episodes, and then it was 2 episodes until the finale. So...
You had to wait 4 weeks, but you got all 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Which is another great approach.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping 3 episodes to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Because 1 episode is never really enough.
It really isn't.
And usually that first episode is always known as the pilot. And that's when they're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, they're like, it's all set up and established.
Even the showrunner has no idea what's going to really happen with the production when they film that.
Even the best shows of all time, like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
First episode sucks.
Cowboy Bebop, first episode sucks.
Whole series sucks.
No, you haven't even watched it.
Netflix canceled it for a reason.
Monica Magica, that first episode sucked. The first episode's always a drag. But by the second or third, it usually gets a lot more fun.
Yeah, because it's growing pains.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand why I have to wait every goddamn week for a new episode. This is the old style.
It's just
But here's the thing.
It's just a scam.
We don't live in that world anymore.
Well, if you have because you pay monthly for subscription services.
Mm-hmm.
If it's more than a month long, for example, if a show is 12 episodes, that's 3 whole months worth of you paying them to be up to date with the show you're excited about.
Okay.
So it's just to get more money at the end of the day, which is why I think Netflix is raising its prices so much, because there isn't a guarantee you'll come back next month when they drop everything.
Well, they were the first streaming service to dominate, and now there's so much competition. You have Disney, you have HBO, you have Discovery, you have Shudder, you have
Paramount,
AMC Plus.
Yep. Everyone's doing a streaming
Peacock.
service. Yeah.
Tubi. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy ones out there. Amazon. Jesus, Amazon itself.
Yep.
Fucking Amazon. Chris Rock, Jim Carrey, Jeff Ross, and more are to star in a Netflix comedy special in tribute to the late Bob Saget.
Cool.
Which will come out either June or July of this year.
That sounds awesome. Jim Carrey especially. Chris Rock is cool too.
Well, in the article that was announcing this, they're like, rare to see on stage Jim Carrey. And I was like, yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen him on stage.
He took a big break from even acting for a while there. Like before he was
crazy.
He does stuff. He gets excited about whatever other thing he's doing. He'll do that instead.
You remember getting coffee?
Comedians in cars getting coffee?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jerry Seinfeld stops outside of Jim Carrey's house, and he's like trying to get to the front gate, and then Jim Carrey just crawls over this like 7 or 9 foot wall.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I regret that." And it's just like, what the hell?
But he's cool. He's so much fun.
When they're in the diner, he stands up on the booth so he could drip whatever that thing is.
Whatever supplement thing that was.
Yeah, into his coffee.
Yeah.
Just to prove that he could do it.
I mean, he's eccentric and exciting.
I do like him, and I'm very excited to see these guys up on the stage. They'll probably talk about Bob and tell you great stories about him.
Yep.
So I'm always excited when there's new comedy.
Yeah, and this is a cool thing to do.
Yep. We already talked about the Oscars.
And Sean Penn.
Sean Penn. Here's my question about Doctor Strange 2. If Wong is in Doctor Strange 2, is he still going to be a stuck-up asshole? Also, what happened to the traitor from the first film?
What traitor?
He was the black magician. Remember all 3 of them combined had to fight?
Wait, didn't he leave?
Yeah, but he made it, like, suggested that he was going to come back.
Well, isn't he coming back? Don't we see him in this trailer?
Do we?
Don't we?
Because I was like...
Isn't he the one with the really long hair now?
Is that him?
Is it? I'm bad with faces. I'm bad with names.
What's crazy is Doctor Strange came out in, 2017?
God, it has been a while, huh?
It's been 5 years, and now we're getting a sequel?
Yeah.
And every time I see Strange, I'm just like, something's a little off here.
It's always for a contrived reason. Every time the magicians are there, whether it's Strange or now also Wanda's getting this.
Wong.
It's Wong. Yep, it's always just it's here because we're doing this contrived thing because we need a magic and excuse for it.
Yeah.
And on your first point, is Wong still gonna be kind of a stuck-up asshole? Yeah, I'm getting a bit tired of that shtick too. Like, I know that's a part of his character is to be a bit more prickly than other people, but yeah, his brief appearance in Spider-Man: No Way Home.
He was a dick for no reason.
What are you being a jerk for?
And he's leaving, too.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to say anything. He just leave, or doesn't have to be there at all.
I don't even know why he was even in the movie, other than a cameo.
And he doesn't even come back to help Strange.
No.
When he's trying to reverse everything.
We really didn't need him to be there. Other than to be like, look, he's the Sorcerer Supreme now. That's it. Thanks for coming to our movie.
The only interesting thing to me about Wong is that, if you remember in Shang-Chi, you see him fighting Abomination, and then he opens up the portal and they go back through it.
Yeah.
It's because he's training him.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he training him?
I don't know. Probably some other contrived magic thing they're gonna have down the line.
That's interesting to me.
It's always the magic. We're getting too far. We're going in too deep.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't know if everyone's ready for this.
We'll see.
I am, but I can deal with multiverse ideas.
You mean AUs?
Oh my god. Stop.
You can't stop me.
I'm still excited for Doctor Strange 2. I'm still gonna go see it. But this week, do you want to read my bullet point right here?
Which one?
This one where my middle finger is?
Oh. Fucking Morbius is finally releasing this Friday on April Fool's. I bet you
$1.
$1 that they pull it before it drops. It has gotten fucking jerked around constantly. That's always the thing now, isn't it? Especially with... Interesting.
So, the predictions of the box office this weekend is this movie is going to be the lowest debuting movie in the Spider-Man's film of all.
Damn.
All of them.
Damn.
Including Venom.
Ugh.
So, the fact that they've had to delay this so many times, and now they're choosing a really weird time to release it.
Yeah.
Especially after another Bat Boy showed up already.
And you can tell this wanted to be a Halloween season release.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's in the middle of spring.
Yeah. I'm just gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna go to the theaters. I don't think it's worth the money.
God, no.
And the actor they chose, Jared Leto. I like Jared Leto.
every time anyone talks about Jared Leto, it starts with that big... I'm just like, getting ready to say. He's fine.
No, he's a great dramatic actor.
He
is a horrible superhero / supervillain actor.
Mm-hmm.
He goes way too far.
He was really... What was that one we saw with it had Rami Malek in it? He thought he was a serial killer. There was also
Oh man, it was a good one too.
What was that called? Jared Leto was in it, and he was the supposed villain.
The Little Things?
Yes, that was good.
That was a good one.
He was great in that one.
Man, what happened to that one?
I don't know. I think it just kind of came out.
It just disappeared?
One of those.
Okay, so the film was about Rami Malek's character.
Who's a detective.
He's a detective, a young detective, and they're catching on to the serial killer, but he doesn't know how to approach it. There's a retired... he's still a sheriff, I guess, or whatever. But it's Denzel Washington, and he finds out about this. And so he comes to help Raimi, and they start to figure out that it's Jared Leto.
But Raimi gets, like, obsessive with... Because he's so sure it's Jared Leto that he starts, like...
Well, Denzel's character also leads him to that path.
Well, he leads into it because he wants to see him succeed, but it gets to the point where he becomes too obsessed. And eventually they kill Jared Leto's character.
Without reason.
But Denzel, he does a thing at the end where he fakes it to make it look like it was definitely Jared Leto's character to ease Rami Malek's, like, because he was worried about it.
I saw it differently. I saw it as Denzel Washington's character having to do that so that he can close the book in his own mind. I thought he was the really sick one.
It was a really smart... That's the thing. A lot of ways you can go around interpreting that one. It's
a noir, a neo-noir
yep.
detective film.
Those names didn't catch your interest in the beginning.
It's star-studded and it's fun.
It's fun. Good stuff.
It's not Oscar-worthy, but it is a good movie.
Telling that in the middle of talking about Morbius, we just completely abandon it and talk about a vastly superior movie.
I don't need to see Morbius to know that was a better movie than Morbius.
I already know what's going to happen in Morbius. It's going to be boring. It's going to be the same old.
Well, if you guys don't watch Morbius, I'll just read the whole plot next week. Sound good? I'm just kidding. I won't. But I'm sure I'll talk about how it failed at the box office. Okay, Amazon made a huge, God, it was like 80 billion? I think 80 million?
So like 1/15 of Bezos's paycheck?
Yeah, Daddy Bezos helped his little baby Amazon buy out MGM Studios. MGM is a classic old-time studio. They've been around for almost 100 years.
You all know MGM. The lion roaring, and that's MGM.
With the film ribbon around him.
Yep.
And they have one franchise that apparently not Netflix, Amazon was only gunning for.
Which one? Oh.
James Bond. They wanted the 007 franchise. Now, they've had it for a few weeks. The acquisition went through, so they own it. And they've announced a James Bond television show.
I mean...
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about potentially maybe like a spin-off from the Daniel Craig ones, or maybe like a prequel series of showing a young Bond trying to go through his training till he becomes 007.
Another 00... I don't know.
Or like a 006 or a 008. I'm
gonna be honest, I have...
No, we don't get any of this.
Zero expectations. What is it?
We get... Here's the title. 007's Road to a Million.
What is that?
Now, what is it?
What is that?
What do you think it is?
I don't know. A race? Is it a racing show?
It is a racing show.
Is it like Gumball Rally or something like that?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know? It's a classic movie about racing.
Think Rat Race.
Rat Race? What's that? Like wacky races?
Multiple teams of 2 are going to have to travel across the world to solve these James Bond-esque style mysteries to finally get to the finish to make money.
It's like no.
There's already a show about that. That's
What was that show called?
I saw its title too. It's like Expeditions.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a dumb concept.
This is stupid.
This has nothing to do with 007. They just wanted to slap some fucking franchise to muddy it.
I wanted a story.
No, it's a reality TV series that's unscripted, but really it's actually scripted.
Oh, god damn. I don't hear 007. I think reality TV. Fuck you, Amazon. What a piece of shit.
I bet they get to look at James Bond's car, but never get to drive it. That'd be way too much money.
There's going to be a lot of, wow, remember when one of the 007s was in this location in a movie? And then we'll spend 9 hours talking about that.
You think they'll go to Moscow?
Maybe. I don't know. I think they'll be on a backlot in LA that's meant to look like a stereotype of Moscow.
It was a joke, guys. Okay. So that's one stab at Amazon. The next stab, Amazon Games studio head Mike Frazzini, who, he was obviously the head. He helped make a lot of their new games. He's stepping down to focus on his family.
Good for him.
Here's my question. Is anyone playing these Amazon games?
No, I don't think so. I was literally just about to ask, what games have they made?
New World.
New World?
Yeah, it's like New World and...
The sound of computers.
Lost Ark.
I don't...
No one's playing these.
No. Maybe this is a good thing.
And I just don't know how this is going to work out.
Maybe, focus on your family. Good. I think it's always good when people want to put their careers aside, especially when they're doing well enough where they can retire-ish, or at least put it on hold to be with your family. And maybe this way...
also because you're going to shut down a whole division.
Maybe this way they'll get someone who actually knows how to make good games. So it could be a win-win for everyone involved.
Ooh, I know a guy from Activision Blizzard who's
good.
No, I just don't think that this is working out. Amazon was too ambitious with this video game idea.
Oh god, yeah.
If they show up to E3 in any form, I will be surprised. Baffled, really.
Not gonna hold my breath.
Yeah. Your next bullet point?
Yeah, Rune Factory 5 came out. I bought it for myself as a birthday gift. It's super good.
Sad.
No, it's good. It's super fun. I'm loving it. This is the best version of Rune Factory I've played so far, and I haven't played many. But I've seen what they all look like, and this one is great. I'm loving it. You can play as a girl finally. I think you could play as a girl in 4. But now you actually get really good bachelor options this time around.
Okay. Everyone knows the real Rune Factory is Elden Ring. And just going to announce I'm way behind on it. I finally beat Godric, and I didn't. I just called in other people to kill him for
and
me.
they beat Godric for you, yeah.
I like the game. Everyone's already kind of shown off what it can do. Mine is crashing a lot, though, and I'm playing on a PS5.
I think it's disconnecting from the internet. Just disconnect from the internet.
It's not just that. It's also, sometimes I can't rest at sites of grace. And when I was talking to my friend, he was talking about how when he's playing with his friends, it just crashes completely. And he's playing on PC.
Damn.
So whatever their update was, they put bugs in it.
Damn, that sucks.
So if you're playing, be careful.
Have you figured out what that thing is where God is like mad at you in that one field and there's just like constant storm of arrows raining down on you from the heavens?
There's 2 of them that I found.
Oh, have you figured out what that is?
No, I don't even know how to counter it. Just run.
Yeah, good.
Honestly, that seems to be the tactic, is run.
Run.
And the big game announcement of this week, we already knew it was coming, but we finally saw gameplay, Hogwarts Legacy.
Whoa. I mean, how do you feel?
I think I'm going to buy it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That 14-minute long trailer you saw?
Yeah, so, oh my god,
really
4 minutes into it, I was like, is this over yet?
I mean, I asked, and you're like, what are you talking? And then you click, just like, oh my god. Spells a whole game for you.
I wonder how the combat's really going to work, because it looked like the samey old combat as before. But it looked like he was like auto-locking, and then he was able to use a combination of spells. And I'm like, are you typing in combos, or?
Yeah, it's like, I wonder how because the only thing I could compare it to is the one other Harry Potter game I played, which was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. You're close. I had that one, but that one sucked and we didn't play it.
Yeah, those, movie video games?
Yeah.
I'm so glad they're done with those.
No, but the Prisoner of Azkaban one, you had like 3 spots you could put, like your triangle button, square button, and circle button were designated to spells, and you could just select which spell would go in which spot, and you would have to cycle through your different spells.
But you'd only have 3 to be able to use.
I think, if I remember correctly, that's how it worked.
So the only thing that sold me on this was not only that you just get to roam around in the Wizarding World, but at the kind of towards the end, he used the killing curse.
Yeah.
Of Avada Kedavra, which I was like, if I can learn that, that's all I'm gonna use. I don't need to use anything else.
If this is like a choose your own adventure type game,
they said you can go down a dark path if you wanted to.
See, that sounds cool.
And so
I don't know how much replay value it has, because it looks real cutscene heavy, and usually when games are like that, I was like, I don't want to have to sit through these same cutscenes again if I wanted to play through. But if there's different paths you can go, it might make it a bit more enjoyable that way.
It looks like if you're not going to class, you can just go fuck around.
We'll have to see. This is the thing. I feel like a decade too late. You know?
Yes, very late for this game.
Like when did?
But surprisingly, it actually looks decent.
When did the 8th movie come out?
2011, July.
2011?
Yeah.
The Deathly Hallows Part 2? 2011?
July.
It's been over a year? Over 10 years? Over a decade? Oh, yeah, no wonder.
Do you not remember the special we watched back in December, celebrating the 20 years of the Wizarding World?
Oh, yeah, huh? Well, damn.
Yeah.
Huh. It just feels a little too late. Like, nothing is happening. They keep trying to keep Harry Potter into pop culture, in the public eye, and Fantastic Beasts is not doing it. For me, at least.
I'm really upset they got rid of Johnny Depp.
I understand.
I don't.
Because also, wasn't that story, like, is he even gonna be, he changed it, I don't know, who cares? He's a shapeshifter.
First he was Penguin,
yep.
Then he was Edward Scissorhands, and now he's Hannibal. I don't get it. Pick which guy you're gonna be.
I don't know. I don't like, the director. I don't like the direction they're going. I like how it's called Fantastic Beasts, and if you watch the trailer, it's like 1% of a Fantastic Beast somewhere in the background, and 99% Wizarding Wars. It's like, this isn't what I come to.
Well, that's what the second one was really alluding to.
But I don't want Wizarding Wars. We did that. That was Harry Potter. You know what I want? Beasts. Magical creatures. That's what I wanted. Not Harry Potter again, but with a less interesting
Hogwarts
cast.
Legacy, you can capture your own bestiary and keep them in the room of requirement. If you watched the whole trailer, you would have known.
That's what you use the room of requirement for?
It's
Where do I stash my pets?
Yo, Dumbledore, I need to hide this troll.
I got a unicorn. Can I keep it?
I need its blood. Okay, that's coffee break.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't much to talk about. I hope you guys had fun. Hope you're having fun.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll have something to say about the Oscars next week.
I don't know about you guys, but it's already summer here.
And again, remember, tell us your stance on pineapple on pizza.
It's serious, because this war will rage on.
Yes, this is the real Wizarding War.